You can't even see me breathe. 'Cause all that is need to be on you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be showing you guys my process of adding highlights to a 5x5 closure wig that I actually made a couple of months ago. So if you are interested in seeing this wig revamp, just keep on watching. So like I said, y'all, this wig is a few months old. I have reinstalled this wig a million times, but I had to do something new to my hair, and I just wanted to do, you know, some cute fall highlights. It's about that time of the year. So I am going to be taking my BW2 bleach powder. I use this all the time for highlights. I know there's different kinds of ones, but this one works just fine for me. And I'm just going to be using a 30 volume developer. I do not recommend using anything higher than a 30 when you're doing highlights, because depending on how many highlights you do and, you know, however much hair you have to highlight, it can take a while. And if you use a 50, the back of your hair is going to be so over processed and it's going to be so nasty looking because it took you forever to get to the top and wait for the top to process. So yeah, that's just like my number one tip. Just use a 30 volume developer. And also, when you are mixing bleach, start small with the amount of liquid developer that you add, because you cannot take it back and you do not want your bleach to be too liquidy. So I usually put in 2 scoops of the bleach powder, and then I add a little bit of the developer, mix it in together, see how much more I need. This hair, I think, is probably like a 24 inch, and that's kind of, it's probably like a 24 inch, yeah. So I knew I was gonna need more bleach, so off top I just did 4 scoops of bleach and then poured in as much developer as I needed. You want the bleach to be like a frosting like consistency, like you don't want it too liquidy or too thin. And also make sure you wear you some gloves. I have definitely raw dogged the bleach before, and your hands gonna be itching and burning. It's not fun. Don't do it. Learn from my mistakes, okay? So this is just about what it should look like, and we're gonna go ahead and start highlighting. So I go track by track when I do my highlights, but I lie. I don't go track by track, but I skip them. So what I'm saying is this is the entire row of the back, like this is the last track on the wig. You're gonna get a rat tail comb, specifically a rat tail, because that's how you're gonna pull out your highlights. So you're weaving the comb in and out of the track, in and out. So you're gonna go up, down, up, down, as y'all can see. And then you're gonna pull the hair that is above the comb and leave the hair that's under the comb. So I just zoomed it in, I'm gonna show y'all again. You're gonna go up, down, up, down. Depending on how many highlights you want or how big or small you want the highlights, you can do less or more sections of hair. It is all up to you. I usually do about this size. I don't really count or care. I just like the highlights, so I just do whatever. Then you're gonna separate the bottom part. I like to put a clip just because it's easier, just to have it out of the way. And you should be left with like maybe 5 or 6 little mini sections of hair. So the foils that I have right now actually aren't big enough to do the whole row, so I just do half and half. It's not a big problem. You're gonna go in with your bleach brush going horizontally first, and then you're gonna flip it and go vertically. You wanna make sure you're doing both directions so you're getting every piece of hair. It is kind of difficult to make sure you're hitting every piece of hair with bleach, but you wanna make sure you do a really, really good job so your highlights are evenly toned and they look better that way. Also, make sure you're getting to the top of that track with the bleach as well. In the back, I guess it really doesn't matter if the hair is going to be covered anyway. But at the top and in the front, I really like to make sure that I get as close as, you know, I can to the root as possible. And it's pretty much a repetitive process, y'all. You just go through each section of hair. Like I said, I skip sections, so I'll do the first track, the third track, the 5th track. I skip and I leave some of the rows completely brown just because I didn't want that many highlights. You could do every single row if you want to, but that's going to take a whole lot more time and a whole lot more bleach. So yeah. And when you get to the end, all I do is flip the bottom, like flip the piece of hair up and go in an upward motion and paint the hair. If you have a longer type of foil, you can keep going down or whatever. You don't have to do that, but my foils were not that long, so. So like right here is what I mean when I say if you have extra foils and the hair piece is just way too long, you can add another foil at the bottom. Just make sure that was my boyfriend kissing me. Just make sure that you're holding it so that it doesn't fall. But yeah, sometimes you gotta add 2 pieces of foil, especially if you're doing highlights and really long hair. So there I am, just folding it up, folding it on the sides, same process. And yeah, this took me like an hour and a half to do, y'all, but that's because I really like to take my time and get them right and have them really be cute. A trick to it is to unwrap the ones at the back first. Even if the top ones are still processing, I unwrap them, and you can even spray it with water to deactivate the processing so your hair is not over bleaching. So then I'm just pulling out the rest of them. They do look really brassy, so what we're gonna do is tone, but I love the placement. That's what happens when you take your time. You get really cute and nice, evenly bleached highlights. So first, I'm just gonna go through and rinse them off, and then I'm gonna be taking a comb and like combing the bleach out. Sometimes it gets stuck like at the top. You wanna make sure you comb it through and get all that bleach out. You don't want it just sitting on the hair still. Want to try to get as much water out because I am going to be toning the hair. I'm going to use a Wella color charm. I only had one bottle, a T35, and I was not going back out of the house. It was just rainy and gloomy outside. I didn't feel like leaving. So I'm just going to use this one bottle, make it do what it do. You put one, like the full bottle of the product, and then you put 2 parts of developer. I use the same 30 volume that I just used. Put it in my little squeezy bottle, and I'm just going to squirt that all over the hair. This is supposed to take away a lot of the brassy, like yellow color that was from the bleach. If you use a different type of bleach that lifts higher, you can get those like white blonde type of highlights, but that wasn't really what I was going for. And I feel like a lot of the time when you do those highlights, it does damage the hair to lift it that high. If you want like 613 highlights, you better off just sewing some 613 pieces into your wig. After I let that sit on the wig for like 20 minutes, not even, it was probably like 15 minutes, just rinsing it off. And now we're going to go through and wash the hair. I'm going to use my shimmer lights. This is going to help to take away any more of like the brassiness that I used. And that Wella toner is very strong in its scent. Like the smell of that stuff, y'all, I was just trying to get that out of the wig. I really hate how strong that can be. And I wish I would have had a neutralizing shampoo, but I did not have none. And yeah, like I said, I was not leaving the house. Now I'm going to be using my silicone mix shampoo. This is the argan oil version. I really love the scent of this, and I also love how soft that these products even make my wigs. I really love using this in the conditioners. I also use this Ion Color Solutions after. It's like an after color sealer. It also helps to moisturize the hair, especially hair that has been color treated. So I like to use that afterwards, like after I do a shampoo. And then the last product I used was another conditioner. Oh no, this wasn't even last. I used two conditioners, that conditioner and the silicone mix argan oil deep conditioner. Like, y'all, I use a lot of stuff. I have it listed down below. But when you're dealing with bleach and you're dealing with color, you really want to make sure that your hair is moisturized. I like all shake, no stiff, okay? So I like to really moisturize and put some more life back into my hair after I color treat it. I let my sis air dry overnight. This is the entire next day. I'm just blow drying, trying to get it as straight and as dry as possible. But I really love how the highlights turned out. And we're just going to go in and install. You know, I use my girl Erica J. That's the Watermelon Hold Me Down adhesive. I love using this to do my cap because it gives scalp after everything is melted. Like, this is 10 times better than any Got2b or Eben hairspray, any of that. Like, it's really sticky and it's really see-through. So I only use one layer of glue and I go in. See, y'all see that? Scalped, okay? I like to use some little tiny nail scissors when I cut my cap because they're really sharp and they're really precise. I like to pull my cap against the scissors and then cut so I can get as close to the skin as possible. Just be careful that you don't cut yourself because I have cut myself before. I have no idea where the clips went of me adding makeup to my cap went, y'all. But that's all I did. I added some makeup and I wiped off the front of the cap with like some alcohol. I mean, the front of my skin, my forehead with some alcohol. And I'm taking that same Erica J lace glue and I'm doing 2 layers. I do a pretty wide layer, not a thick layer, but a wide layer because I do go to the gym. I am a nurse, so I be ripping and running through that hospital and it be hot and you be sweating. So I do 2 layers. 3, I feel like it's just excessive, and this is really, really good glue, so you don't even need 3 layers. I make them as thin as possible, but I do make them a little bit wider because I feel like it gives me a better grip. Blow dry those down or let them air dry. I'm impatient, so I'll blow dry. Y'all see how see-through? Y'all see how see-through? Like, don't play with Erica J, okay? Period. I be telling everybody that's my cousin because we got the same last name. Hey, cuz, what to do if you watching it? And then I just pull the wig down and use my comb. If you don't get the wig exactly where you want to, it's fine. Take some glue on the back of your hand and your rat tail comb, slightly lift the lace, and then just place it exactly where you need it to. And then once it's dry, you'll press it back in and it's gonna look like scalp, y'all. I know the wig look bogus now, but that's just because, you know, I haven't hot combed it, nothing like that. So let me get my part together. And we're going to go through and we're going to get the wig pretty. So I'm just going to let y'all watch. The rest of it is pretty self-explanatory. Until we get to the curls, I'll explain that a little bit more for y'all. So when it comes to the curls, I like to use like a 1-inch barrel. I honestly do not know. I just sprayed myself in the eye. I honestly don't know what curling iron that is, y'all, but it's a 1-inch. I think it's Babyliss or something like that. It's like a Ferrari. I don't know. Cannot remember, y'all. I swear to God, but it was like a Ferrari collection something. But I think it's like a 1-inch. But I sprayed the section of hair. Y'all see how much hair I used? Not a lot. I spray the section with some gloss spray. I spray it with some hairspray. And then you're going to brush it through. You're going to curl with it going towards the ceiling. And you're going to go away from your face. You start at the top and you go all the way down until the end of that hair, like piece of hair, wraps into the curling iron. And you hold it. All you got to do is hold it for probably 15-20 seconds. I unwrap. I hold it in my hand. I'm going to spray it again with some hairspray. And then I'm going to roll it up into like closer to my root and clip it up and leave it there. That's all you got to do. It's super easy, y'all. And my camera did turn around and die on me, so it's going to cut off, you guys. But that's all you do. That's all you do. Spray it, brush it, curl away from your face, unwrap it, spray it again, and clip it. Okay, and I'll be right back. Just wait. I'll be right back. Okay. And this is the final look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see how my pictures turn out, go follow me on Instagram. Make sure you give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.